Open your book to page 347, and this lesson is on complex fractions. But first, let's look at a simple fraction. A simple fraction means the one with only one fraction bars. So example, that would be like 2 over x, 3 plus y over 12. So it has only one fraction bar. So all these are example of simple fraction. So all these are simple fractions. It has only one fraction bar. Now the complex fraction, it has more than one fraction bars. Example, that would be like 2 over x over 3. Or you have a over 1 over c. Or you got 3 over z over 5 over z. Or you have the 3 over x minus 2 over y over 5 over x plus 3 over y. So these are complex fractions. You have more than one fraction bars. Okay. Now the one is longest line, that is your main fraction bar. So that's the main one. So you have to keep track of which is the main one. So this is the longest one. And the shorter one, this is your secondary. Okay, so this is your secondary fraction. So that's your main fraction, this is your secondary. So it makes you keep track of which is your main, which is your secondary. Okay, so let's go over how to simplify complex fractions. So on example 1, you have 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4 over 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3. So what you want to do is just go and get the fraction ready. Now, easiest thing to do is just go and multiply each term by the LCD. So to get LCD, so the common denominator, right? So the denominator is 2, and you have the 4, you have the 6, you have the 3. So the way to find LCD is you're going to find a common divisor for any two of them. So if any two number can divide, you can go and do that when you're doing the LCD. So notice that two of this number can divide by 2, right? So divide by 2, you get 1, 2, 3. Now if you cannot divide, you just leave it alone, right? So again, if you cannot divide, you leave it alone. As long as 2 of the number can divide, you can go and do it. So right now you got 3 and 3, so you can go and divide by 3. So if you cannot divide, you leave it the same. So it'd be 1, 1. So that's it. So LCD is going to be all this together. So equal to 2 times 3 times 2. Okay. Now when you multiply by 1, it doesn't do anything, right? So your LCD is going to be equal to 12. Okay. So you're going to multiply each term by 12. So make sure you give yourself enough space. So you're going to multiply by 12 for each term. Now write it out so you don't make careless mistakes. Okay, so now you can go and reduce. So 12 and 2 can reduce, so it becomes 6. So write down right away. Okay, as soon as you cancel, write it down right away, so you don't lose track. So this would be 3. So 3 times 3 give you 9. So this one cancel. So 2 times 5 is 10. This one cancel with that. So 2 times 4 is 8. So right away it becomes simple fraction. So now you can go ahead and add. So you got 15 over 2, and that's it. That's your answer. Now don't waste time to make it into mixed numbers. Just leave it like that. So that's it. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 3. So you have 1 plus 2 over x. So what you want to do is you want to write it in the complex fraction form. So it's 1, so write 1 over 1. It helps you to visualize your LCD. So you can write 1 over 1, make everything in fractions. Okay. So in this case, your LCD is going to be x squared. So write down x squared. Write down what you're going to multiply on the top. Write it on the top of each fraction. Again, write it out so that way when you cancel, you don't get confused. So this one has nothing to cancel, so you just multiply, so you got x squared. This one, x and x squared can cancel, so you got x, so multiply, so you got 2x. This one up here cannot cancel, so go and multiply. This one cancel, so minus 4. So now it becomes simple fraction. Your next step is you have to do factoring. So this one, step 1, common factor, factor out the x, so you got x plus 2. On the denominator, this is the difference of square, so you factor into conjugate. So it would be x plus 2, x minus 2. And the x plus 2 will cancel out, so your answer would be x over x minus 2. Now do not cancel the x, right? Remember the example of apple, pineapple, so they are not the same. Cannot cancel these things out. Now let's go to example 2. Example 2 is a different type. So example 2 don't have any addition or subtractions. So you have 4b squared over 9a squared over 8b over 3a cubed. Now, so you need to learn a shortcut. Okay? The long bar, the fraction line means division. So this is same as 4b squared over 9a squared divided by 8b over 3a cubed. Okay? So this means division. So this means this. Okay? And so you make into multiplication by flip this upside down. So instead of doing all these, just remember that you can do the quick ways. Notice that it's going to be the outer over inner. Okay, so the outside goes on the top. See that? See the 4b squared and 3a cubed. So the outside goes on the top, right? And the inside goes on the bottom. So this would be 4b squared, 3a cubed, and the inside goes on the bottom. So you got 9a squared, and you got 8b. Okay, so go and do that. So you only do that with this kind. Okay, if you have this kind, then you just have to multiply by LCD. But for this kind, you can do both methods. So this one, you can do either way. You can multiply by LCD, or faster way is just go and do the outer over inner. Then after you can go and start to cancel things out. So 4 and 8 cancel, you get 2. B squared cancel out. The 3 and 9 cancel, so you got 3. The a squared and a cubed cancel out, you get a. So answer would be a over 6. Double check. Oh, this is AB, sorry. This one don't have a B square. Be careful, you got to be careful with this. There's no B square over here. So this cancel, you get B left over. Okay, so on the top, you got B and A, so it'd be AB. The bottom, you got 3 and 2, so it'd be 6. So again, you got to keep track of things carefully, or else it's very easy to make a careless mistake. Okay. So again, for this one, you do the outer over inner. So outside goes on top, the inside goes on the bottom. Then from there you go and cancel. Okay, and whatever left over, and that's your answer.